Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Right, in this episode we are going to be cutting and prepping these stringers. Now if you haven't seen part 1, how to measure out the stringers, check that out in the link below. But in this episode we are getting these ready for fiberglassing. I hope you enjoy watching this video and stay tuned. Alright guys, so now we're at the 3 meter mark. This is set on the laser at 3 meters. And we're going to plane that to suit. Alright guys, essentially that is what you're looking for. Now it's going to take a bit of mucking around. Now I'm going to do the 2 meter mark, which is there, and then the 1 meter mark, and I'm going to blend it in. Alright. Okay, it's not taking as long as I thought. So there's your 2 meter mark. Looking pretty good. I've already done this one, that's the 3 meter. Obviously it's not the same. Now we'll do the 4 meter over there. Alright guys, hope you're staying with me on this. So now this is all planed under here, ready to go. But at the front here, you've seen I've got a nice line going through here at the 4 meter mark. Now why I say 4 meters is because if you look at the line here, that's where we want to be, and she starts creeping up. So we'll call it at the 4 meter mark because we're going to always plane to the rest. And then it's going to taper off to nothing. So what we're going to do, we mark 4 meters on the timber, and then we mark our end point, and we're going to go from there to nothing. Now you're not just going to cut that off though, dead straight. You need to cut it with your little fancy bevel again at the thickest point, which is your 4 meter mark. So that's going to be your angle, and then you Okay, so that's the cut. Obviously not sanded or nothing, but you can see it literally goes to nothing there. So that's looking at this side. I won't roll it over because it will fall off the other side. Let's get it in place and see how it looks. Alright guys, that is it. Transom almost perfectly butts up there. Got the angle right. And then that sits up on our line there. can see it there. And that's it. I'm just going to touch it up a little bit by sanding it out there. But essentially, that is it for the stringer. I'm happy with that. Now you're not going to get it 100% perfect, especially with older boats. It's wavy, but I can call that pretty good. Like you can see, it's touching everywhere. In between here and here, there's a little bit of a gap, but it's touching at the back. Now I don't want to take any off the height, so you can't change that. But we're going to be tabbing this in anyway. It's going to be sitting on it. So I'm wrapped with that. And then finish that off. That's all going to get tabbed in. There's a main bulkhead coming through here. I reckon that's going to be sick. So I'm going to rip this one out now. I'm going to rip the other one down to the right size and just duplicate the sides and see how I go with that. Right, guys, there you have it. 2 stringers in. I made these little blocks, just cut out the width of the timber, and they obviously sit in between the holder, just like that. And they're going to space it out the width that they need to be. So I'm wrapped with that. That is the best we can get it there. Obviously, that's how they sit. Applying these to suit down here, up, along, and hard up. Alright guys, so when it comes to doing the keel, the way I'm going to do it, just for a base point of view, it's 65mm in between here and here, give or take. It's a bit up and down. So this is just a rough template that I've just planed off. But I'm going to do a little bit different. So this is 65 here, and then I'm going to do a full length up the top. Let's see how it works first. I think it's a little bit bigger, and I'm going to plane it to suit. But for just so I have extra meat, so I don't take too much off, I'm going to do full length at 65mm, and I'll show you what I mean. Otherwise, if I take too much off, we're not going to have enough. So essentially, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave 65mm here and then go to nothing. But technically I need a curve here, which I don't got nothing to do that, but we'll see. We'll start by cutting this anyway, because I know that's going to fit, and then we'll plane it to suit in the boat, just so you got a rough idea of what's going on. So I'm going to run the saw 2 cuts, and yeah, just plane the rest. So it's going to be a complete wing with this one, because the boat's very in and out everywhere. But see how we go. Alright guys, let's get to it. Alright guys, we're going to end this video here on how to cut the stringers and the keel. Now, as you've seen in the previous steps, these are all being sanded off nice and smooth. So from a rough sawn down to a sanded finish, no sharp edges. So these are nice and curved. That's our angle that we've cut before, and then we've got a nice curve around here. And to finish the top off, all we did, I ran a router just down on along the edges. So these two stringers are finished now, and with the keel, that's the same as well. So if you're wondering how I got like a curve finish here, I'll just show you. So if I put that along there, you can see there's a nice curve there. All you do, you get your circular saw and you just drag it along. So you're actually scoring the blade along the timber, and that will give you a nice curve. So you got to be smooth of it, obviously. Grab your belt sander and then run your belt sander along it. Comes up pretty smooth, pretty quick, and that is it. So guys, if you're liking these videos and you're keeping up with them, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That way you get the next video.